Imagine being stranded thousands of miles from home with no money or possessions. Many would feel hopeless and curse their misfortune. But for Zeno of Cyprus, this situation became the foundation of his life's work and enduring legacy. Once a wealthy merchant, Zeno lost everything when he was shipwrecked in Athens around 300 BCE. With few options, he wandered into a bookshop, became fascinated by the teachings of Socrates, and decided to learn from the city's prominent philosophers. As Zeno began instructing students of his own, he developed the philosophy now known as Stoicism, which promotes the ideals of virtue, patience, and self-discipline, inspiring countless thinkers and leaders throughout history. The term Stoicism originates from the Stoa Poikilai, a beautifully decorated public porch in Athens, where Zeno and his followers would meet for discussions. Today, the word Stoic is often used to describe someone who remains composed in stressful situations and avoids emotional extremes. While this captures some of Stoicism's core principles, the philosophy itself is much deeper. The Stoics believe that everything around us follows a system of cause and effect, creating a logical order of the universe that they referred to as logos. While we can't always control the circumstances that impact us, we can control how we respond to them. Rather than envisioning a perfect world, the Stoic focuses on accepting reality as it is, striving for personal improvement through 4 key virtues. These virtues include practical wisdom, the ability to approach complex situations logically, with calm and reasoned judgment; temperance, which is the practice of self-control and moderation in all areas of life; justice, the commitment to treat others fairly, even in difficult situations; and finally, courage, not only in moments of crisis but in facing everyday challenges with honesty and strength. As Seneca, one of Rome's renowned Stoics, wrote, "Sometimes even living is an act of courage." Although Stoicism emphasizes self-improvement, it isn't a selfish philosophy. During a time when Roman laws viewed slaves as mere property, Seneca advocated for their humane treatment, emphasizing that all human beings share the same essential nature. Stoicism also does not encourage passivity. The idea is that only those who cultivate virtue and self-discipline within themselves can help others or enact positive change in the world. One of the most famous Stoic figures was also one of Rome's greatest emperors. Throughout his 19-year reign, Marcus Aurelius relied on Stoic principles to guide the empire through 2 significant wars and cope with the loss of several of his children. Centuries later, Marcus's personal writings would provide guidance and comfort to Nelson Mandela during his 27 years of imprisonment as he fought for racial equality in South Africa. After his release and eventual triumph, Mandela emphasized the importance of peace and reconciliation, believing that while the injustices of the past couldn't be undone, people could face them in the present and work towards building a more just future. Though Stoicism flourished as a formal school of thought in Greece and Rome for centuries, it eventually faded. However, its influence has endured throughout history. Theologians like Thomas Aquinas admired its focus on virtues, and there are similarities between the Stoic idea of ataraxia, tranquility of mind, and the Buddhist concept of nirvana. One particularly impactful Stoic philosopher was Epictetus, who taught that suffering doesn't come from the events in our lives, but from how we perceive them. This idea has greatly influenced modern psychology, especially the self-help movement. For instance, rational emotive behavioral therapy emphasizes changing the negative beliefs people develop about their situations. Additionally, Viktor Frankl's logotherapy, informed by his experiences as a concentration camp survivor, is based on the Stoic belief that we can find meaning in life by using our willpower, even in the darkest circumstances.